if I lay down and I play dead and I stay.
So this video is going to be really exciting as we are going to discuss about dark side of Canada. When we come from India, it's all seen as, oh, he just bought a MacBook, he bought an iPhone X, he bought a BMW right now. This is what you guys see on our stories. But what's the dark side of Canada? We are going to discuss about that right now in this video. So what do you guys think? What's the dark side? Like, we portray in India, in stories and in everything, like Canada is too good and everything is very exciting, beautiful. What has your experience been since before you came and now what do you feel?
So, if you want me to be honest, so I came in September 2nd, right?
Yeah.
So I was like searching for a job for 3 months. So during this period, I had to go through first of all, getting into Canada itself is a big issue. See, you'll have to go through a lot of things to get into Canada. Be it IELTS, be it whatever the thing it is, going through SDS, non-SDS process, it's a big thing. So once you come here, now the other part of life starts, which is another struggle, which is in Canada, which no one says to you guys. So it might be looking that we live a posh life here, having an iPhone. So the moment we come here, we start buying iPhone 14 Pro or whatever it is. We buy cars, we do stuff that we portray ourselves that we are living a posh and rich life back here, but the struggles behind that, it's terrible. Trust me, going to factory shifts for 12 hours straight, working our ass out is really painful. We had to go through all that shit to get to this position right now, which people won't see. Yeah, we get a good pay. It's not about pay. So when you go to factory shifts, you get a minimum wage and you'll be working like a robot. Trust me, it's literally like a robot. So you work there for months, you get your cash, then you get yourself. See, in the end, you work for it. You work hard to get all this stuff. It's not that it didn't come just easily for us. Though the moment we come to Canada, like, yeah, bro, this guy has gone to Canada now. He's buying iPhone, getting BMW. He's living his life, bro. No, nothing like that. You have to go through a lot of shit to get to this position. And second part is, bro, once you come here, just make your mind straight up that trust issues, bro. You can't trust anyone in here. No matter how close they are, they're going to backstab you. And I've gone through a lot of things, and
I can vouch for it, guys.
So our classmates, they know I've been going through a lot. Trust issues, bro. Backstabbing is like way common here. Do not trust anyone blindly.
Like, one person would be sitting next to you right now, and next day you'll be like,
yo, are you the same person who I met you?
Exactly the same question. Are you the same person? How should I trust you?
This switch like this, bro. People say that girls get mood swing. Nah, people get mood swing more than girls in here, trust me.
Exactly, guys. One thing I also really want to ask, when you came initially, right, it was really hard for you to find a house.
Yeah, it was terrible, bro, because see, the moment I came in here, there's two sides of it. There are people who come here with connections in here. Okay?
That's me, guys. So whatever he's explained the struggle, I have not gone through it. Anything like that, whatever he has gone through, trust me, I've been blessed, touch wood, thank you God, but I have not gone through anything in that what he has been through, nothing at all. So my experience from him has been completely different. So yeah,
makes sense. So this guy had connections, so he had things sorted for him while he came here. So me basically coming here, I had zero connection, I have no relatives, nothing. So when I came in here, I had to like book an Airbnb and stay for 10 days, where I paid around $1,000 for that.
That was expensive.
Expensive, bro. And
I remember him calling me and asking like if there is any, because we connected before he came to Canada, and he contacted me and we had a chat where I told him like, are you staying at Airbnb? How you are managing your expenses? Because that's really tough, right? Yeah. So
I paid $1,000 for 10 days, and the worst part of that Airbnb is like I can't cook food, which is weird. I can't do anything. I had to like source my food outside, and within this is the 10 days period where I had to find myself a house. And the worst part is, bro, I couldn't find a house within this 10 days because students were like coming in September, all the houses were getting filled and there's no contacts, and I had to go through Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, every single, name it. I had gone through all
plus a lot of scams, guys.
Yeah, a lot of scams, guys. Trust me, they'll be like, pay us, we'll get you things. Nah, don't do anything.
Don't fall in that, guys.
Zero.
Shivang, what's your experience been like? Now we have heard a lot of him. What has been your experience? Because you are now technically more than him and me. You are in this country, right?
Yeah.
It's been your 2 years now.
Yeah.
How's been your experience? One thing good about him is he's staying with his friend, so he has been a good experience with him. But what's your dark side? What do you think? Like before coming to Canada, right? You might have imagined my life would be like this. You're still better than a lot of guys, but what's the dark side that you have experienced?
So first of all, what we portray on our social media
Yeah.
is a lot different than what goes on the ground real.
Exactly, guys.
So as Rokas said, we have to work very hard to get all of this. But people here don't show the actual side of the Canada on their social media accounts. But today we are here to talk about the same.
What if you have to show a real side of Canada on your social media? What would you show?
So I would like to include the factor of depression in that. 'Cause
That's a
Oh,
big factor,
big
guys.
one.
That's a biggest factor, guys.
Loneliness.
One when I came to Canada, my friend called me and said, "You might have heard these words in India. You will feel them here, and trust me, I can vouch for it. You will feel them here. If you are like loneliness is the biggest thing in India."
Legit.
Yeah, and I came to know about a girl. She landed here in September last year, I think, and after 2 days, she committed suicide. Well, she felt very lonely. She had nobody to talk to, and she couldn't make her connections.
For
And
the first month, guys, when I came to this country, I was talking to walls because I had no one to talk to. I was like, "Hey, are you okay? I am fine. Are you okay? I'm fine." So I've been through this thing.
yeah, so to avoid this situation, first the advice I would give that make connections from India. Get to
But
know
don't
the,
I like to beg to differ. He made connections from India. You might have made connections. I didn't knew because I tried making them. I was not successful at because on social media you don't get the vibe, and then it's really hard connecting with. I am from Punjab, right? And most of my in first course that I did, many of them were from Gujarat. I couldn't relate what they were talking. They were mostly talking in Gujarati, and I couldn't understand what these guys are talking. So how do you make connections from India?
So guys, see if that is the case he's talking about, then I can go and talk about my people, which is like the deep down south. Luckily, I'm blessed enough. I know Hindi, so I was like surviving at its best, like because I could see beat Gujarati or Punjabi. Common language is Hindi, right? So I was like okay, I was like managing myself, but people from my hometown, which is Tamil Nadu, Kerala, people don't know Hindi, which is like a biggest backdrop where they can't connect to any of the people in here.
Which is really advantage for you guys as well because आप इनको कुछ भी बोलते हो इनको समझ में लगेगी.
भाई अभी तो समझेगा भाई, अभी तो इतना तो बात कर रहे हैं ना, समझ रहे हो. But
Yeah.
people but down from south, they go through a lot because all they know is like English, and there is kind of majority minority issues.
So you were talking about some point as well, right?
yeah, so if a student comes here, he or she should not be introvert after coming here. He
Yeah.
should go outside, make
But
connections.
how do you make connections? My main question. I still sometimes struggle. I check my phone. I have no one to call to. How do I make my connections?
And there's also trust issues.
Yeah. Like
So-
how do you make connections?
What do you say? It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be
It's
hard.
gonna be tough, right? Sometimes I just drive alone because I have no one to call and say, "Hey, let's go out." Because everyone is mostly working.
Yeah. They're pretty much busy with their own stuff.
Yeah.
They can't make up time for other people, and that's a point you should accept to that because they also have to survive in this place. So they have to work and they have to manage stuff.
So just yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So just cutting you short, what's the dark side right now you guys feel coming from India? You had imaginations. What has broken the image for you guys about Canada? Hey, Canada is not just bed of roses anymore for you
No.
guys. So what's the main point that you would like highlight viewer watching this video?
I would pretty much say that trust issue was that one major point, and guys think twice to 100 times before doing any stuff here because anything you do should make sense and it should end up good. So you can't regret after doing that, right? So always choose wisely, take the best decision and just go for it. Just go with the gut feelings because bro, you can't go and ask to anyone over here for advices. Trust me. People might give you advice but nothing makes sense in the end. It's just your own experience that should make
One
sense.
thing I would like to beg to differ to his point, sir. I had one of my close mates, because of whom I came to Kitchener. I trust him and he has guided me through here. If I have everything what I have right now in Canada, that's because I owe that thing to everything to that person. So my experience has been little different to him. And what would you say, like your imagination has broken or not broken, your journey, any dark side about that you would like to tell viewers?
I'll add up one more thing. So experience are like it differs from person to person, right? So
Exactly.
my point of view was that I went through a lot. He
For me,
luckily-
loneliness. For me, loneliness
Yeah.
was the biggest factor. I still can't cope up with that sometimes.
Luckily, this guy had person who had to help him, but
Yeah.
in my case, there was nothing. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Bye.
Weather.
Yeah, one of thing. So I thought that when I will go to Canada, I'll buy a car. But I had got my G2, but I'm getting some difficulty in getting my car.
I bought car, guys. Finally, because transit here it's very tough. I remember my parents say, oh, they used to travel and walk like many kilometers. I have done that in this generation in Canada, guys. Trust me, transit service in Canada is horrible. You have to have car. Otherwise, you can't go anywhere. You can't travel. So we'll meet you guys in the next video. And for this time, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video.